He's the horror hunter from down under. He will go in search every week of the best and worst in horror movies throughout the month of October. His mission? Don't come back until he's found some of the best and worst putrid piles of horror goodness you could ever imagine. Welcome back to 31 Days of Horror. Horror Hunter from Down Under coming back at you. Today, we're going to be talking about Vincent Price. Now, Vincent Price, if you're not familiar, was an icon of scary movies from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, primarily the 60s. He was the man behind the narration in Thriller, the Michael Jackson song. He was an icon primarily because of his creepy tone and the way he delivered lines, and of course that laugh. You know that intro that I do at the beginning of all of my videos? The laugh at the end of the intro? That's Vincent Price. The man is a myth. The man is a legend. Was a legend. Unfortunately, he has passed. That said though, his work still lives on. And today we're going to look at something that I honestly did not know if I would like or not when I first started watching it. What film of his are we talking about? Edgar Allan Poe's The Pit and the Pendulum. Now this film is interesting for many reasons, one of which is it was directed by Roger freaking Corman. Now, I've had some not so nice things to say about Roger Corman on this channel already, but the reality of the situation is, regardless as if you like his low budget style of filmmaking, occasionally, every once in a while, a gem did come out of his company. This is one of those gems. Now the reason it's a gem is primarily because of the fact that Vincent Price is the lead in this movie. The movie itself centers on a brother who's come looking to find out exactly what happened to his sister. She married someone in a far-off land, that someone being Vincent Price, and then she died under mysterious circumstances. The letter he received didn't really answer the questions he needed asked, so he came to visit and see exactly what happened. Now, eventually, he leaves and thinks everything's fine, but we find out that when Vincent Price's character was a young lad, that his father, who was sort of obsessed with torture, he killed his mother and his uncle, who had been having an affair, in this torture chamber. It drove him insane, and now he's actually trying to kill his best friend and his sister. All the people who have been trying to help him throughout this ordeal of losing his wife, he's now trying to torture to death. And of course, it wouldn't be a movie called The Pit and the Pendulum without a pit and a pendulum. Now, interesting story about this thing. It's actually made out of wood and rubber. Now, the low-budget nature of the film does mean that, yes, it can look rather hokey from time to time. That said, though, it's actually a really standout film by Roger Corman and Vincent Price. Vincent Price's performance in this movie is just priceless. It's very tongue-in-cheek. If you like performances like Shatner gave on the original series of Star Trek, this movie is for you. This is a great B-movie. It's low budget as hell, but it's a lot of fun. Now, if you're interested in more Vincent Price movies, I'm going to be doing another one tomorrow that sort of links to this one. So, tune in next time for 31 Days of Horror. I'm the Horror Hunter. I've been talking instead of Aaron, and I'll see you guys later.